Be blessed by the divine. Kundalini meditation for self-love. Who am I? Who is the self? Am I the body? My body is made up of millions of cells. My brain itself has perhaps billions of cells. According to one calculation, an average human brain has about 8.5 billion neurons. That's 8,500 crore neuron cells. Am I those neuron cells? Every cell is a laboratory. It attracts the food that it wants, digests and stores the nutrition, eliminates the waste at every point of time. The invisible force, the power that energizes the cell, is my life force, Kundalini energy. But even in a dead body, there are cells, there is a body, but it decays. Eventually it becomes one with the earth. Therefore, my body is not the self. I am not the body. So am I the life force? If you analyze the life force, it is made up of either energy particles, but it supplies the magnetic energy that binds all the cells together into a single integrated unified physical body. So am I the magnetic energy? If you analyze the magnetic energy is supplied by the life force particles. The ether energy particles, where could it have come from by myomagnetic, and the life force particles, where could it have come from? It is only logical that I inherited it from my parents. You inherited it from your parents. They inherited it from their parents, and so on and so forth. From the first human being, we all inherited it. Where did he inherit his life force from? The most widely accepted theory of evolution is the Darwin's theory, which states that a man has evolved from perhaps a monkey. So he inherited his life force from a monkey, and the monkey perhaps inherited it from some other animal, and so on and so forth. If you go down from the first plant, the life force has evolved. Where did the plant inherit its ether energy particles from? From the earth. Prithvi, Teyu, Appu, Vayu, Akash. The earth, water, fire, air, and the ether energy particles that surround this entire universe. So it is this primordial energy particle from which all of us have evolved from. Where did that energy particle come from? It must have come from a source with an enormous amount of inexhaustible almighty energy source. Because if you split an energy particle, it can destroy an entire city. If you fuse two energy particles, nuclear fusion, it can power the entire city. How can an infinitesimal energy particle that you cannot see with your eye contain such enormous amount of energy? It is possible only if it has evolved from an inexhaustible almighty source of energy. Is it not true? So such a source is the father of all of us. It is the divine state from which the energy particles came in. The air came, the fire came, the water came, the earth came, in which a plant came, insect came, and a monkey evolved, and from monkey a man evolved. From there, my grandfather, grandmother, my mother, father, and me, all of us have evolved from that almighty primordial source of inexhaustible energy. So who am I? The realization that I am a fraction of that totality And therefore, when the fraction demands, the totality supplies. When that realization comes into us, and when we remain with that awareness, that consciousness, we are the total consciousness. We are a fraction of the totality. We are a part of the Almighty Source. The other end of the mind is the Almighty state of consciousness. When we are one with that unity, it is yoga. In that state, I don't exist. A self doesn't exist. And in that identification of the blissful state, when you look at the entirety of the evolution of the universe and recognize your present moment, and then think further from there into the future as to where you are going to go, and realize that your destiny is to merge with that Almighty Force, you are in an egoless state of bliss. You are God. The Self is the unified force. And this is possible only through Kundalini Yoga, because it helps you to go to the subtler levels of frequency and realize slowly at the lower levels of frequency the entire origin and the destination of your birth, and the complete secret of the universe is realized by you as a self-revelation from within you. Such a state is called Samadhi. Meditation is about withdrawing your mind from the sensory experiences, pratyahara, and focusing on a particular activity, dharana, and then shifting that focus on your own life force Kundalini energy, dhyana, and sublimate and become one with the Almighty state of consciousness, Samadhi. In that state, you have achieved the ultimate state of self-love. It is absolute compassion, kindness, and being one with nature. You are no more alone. You are no more sad. You are no more feeling bad about anything that happened in the past. You are no more afraid of your present, and you are no more scared of the future. You have no worries whatsoever. Visit simplifiedkundaliniyoga.com. Learn to meditate on your life force and achieve bliss and maintain self-love. You are part of the divine force. Be blessed by the divine.